Hello Gunners, welcome to another video, and I have seen some very interesting stuff online. We've got pundits saying that Aston Villa have a better chance of winning the Champions League than Arsenal, and that if it ever came to it in the semi-final, Arsenal would lose to Aston Villa. We've also got rival fans again upset Arsenal in the quarterfinals of the Champions League for absolutely no reason. I don't know why they're so upset, and they're basically saying we should forfeit the game because we have absolutely no chance of winning against them. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe and the like as well. It'll be greatly appreciated. So let us start with the guys talking about Aston Villa. Just have a little listen here.
What about Arsenal then? What about Arsenal? We've managed to get past PSV. They are going to be getting some of their bigger players back, but you're both shaking your head there. You're not giving Arsenal a prayer?
I genuinely think Villa have got more chance of winning the Champions League than Arsenal. Villa, I'm not saying Villa are going to win the Champions League, but in a tight two-legged affair, Villa's firepower, absolutely, I think, is more likely to get them through. If, God forbid, Arsenal did get through Real Madrid and Villa got through PSG, I think Villa could. I think Villa. Not God forbid. I think Villa could take Arsenal over two legs. I really, really do.
You know, we're all entitled to our opinions, but my word, have I ever seen a team get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League with a front three essentially of Marino, Tierney's up there as well, Sterling who's out of form, you got Trossard in there, and still get criticised? Instead of saying, oh, congratulations to Arsenal, fair play, with the firepower they have, they've beaten PSG 9-3 on aggregate. Let's give them their flowers, see what they do against Real Madrid, a tricky tie, they might lose, they might win, but let us give the most positivity towards Arsenal. But that is not what's happened at all. Everybody is just trying to pile in, attack us. They're even bringing Aston Villa into this. There's two English teams left in this competition, and Arsenal getting zero love at all. Zero. They would rather see Arsenal knocked out as an English team, as English fans, as English pundits, than see us go on to do good things. And that's so rare. Imagine if it was United or Liverpool in our position. I don't feel like they'd be having conversations about a potential Villa semi-final where we would lose. They'd be saying, well done, they've got this far with the injury, the problems they've had this season. Fair play to Mikel Arteta. But what's the point? We should all be used to it now as Arsenal fans, that no matter how much or whatever we do to get on the side of these pundits, it's never enough for them. They always need to have their opinion and to diss us. But I just found it quite interesting. Let me know down below, what's your thoughts on this? Do you agree that Aston Villa could take us on two legs? And by the way, I'm not dissing them, but I think it's ridiculous, They really think Mikel Arteta is a scrub. That's essentially what they think Mikel Arteta is. You think if we got through Real Madrid, we wouldn't have the opportunity to beat Aston Villa, and we wouldn't be the favourites for that over two legs? The celebration police in full force here against Alexander Zinchenko. Just have a listen to this.
Keep going, I'm enjoying it.
Brighten up,
I'm
man.
not sure what I meant there with the comparison with Andy Russell, but it's just pathetic. Like, is that supposed to make the PSV fans feel better?
I don't
they
know.
Apologise for. Oh, in that case, mate, just score another one. Oh, anyway, a great night. I'm just if you score, celebrate. If anything, I'm trying to encourage happiness and emotion in football.
But what is so wrong with that? He just went.
Honestly, just score and celebrate. If it's that upsetting,
but that is a celebration.
Don't play. It's not a celebration. It's apologising. Apologising, not a celebration.
I mean, that is just absolutely insane. Dox him wages, really, for a celebration? Yes, he may be joking, but it's just indicative of the hatred towards Arsenal again. You can't even celebrate. Last time Lewis Skelly was too emotive in his celebration. When Gabriel celebrated in Haaland's face, that was a problem. You cannot win. Zinchenko played for PSV. He obviously has this emotional connection to them. They have images of him in their stadium. I mean, come on now. Who wouldn't have an emotional connection to a club which still has images of you from a loan spell? But hey, look, they just want to make a laugh at it. They just want to get views. Zinchenko can't even celebrate anymore because it doesn't suit the agendas of those that are speaking in the media. I just found this absolutely shocking, really. Like, Arsenal can't do anything at this point. Zinchenko, you may as well just quit football because you can't do what you want when you score a goal. If you had run to the halfway line, I'm sure there would have been a video out there saying how disrespectful. It doesn't matter if it was only a loan. You can't celebrate in front of your former team. I mean, come on now, guys. What are we doing? You know what? It is what it is, Gunners. Let's have a listen to Simon Jordan talking about Arsenal being, second place and the whole malarkey around that.
If you finish second in the league Do you want to be a perennial loser, which is ultimately what you are when you finish second, you don't win, just degrees of loss? Or do you expect to be moving upwards and onwards? So you're being judged. It's flattering that Arsenal were judged by high standards. It's flattering that the media are so expectant of Arsenal that they almost demand Arsenal to now win the league. Which would you prefer? To be a disengaged, disinterested, paying a sort of lip service to a football club, or to be invested? You might not like the observations, but Arsenal were, in certain quarters, certainly in this quarter here with me, I expected them to win the league this year. I thought it was an opportunity for them to do so, and even more so given that Man City have declined. No one knew that at the beginning of the season.
Context. No context is ever used when it comes to Arsenal. Yes, it's very disappointing we're not challenging Liverpool, close to Liverpool, to win the Premier League, but they're ignoring everything that has happened again. It's almost like people lose the ability to think in a structured way when it comes to Arsenal. They just think, okay, what will get me the most views today? Talking about Arsenal Football Club. I would say, as somebody who sees YouTube, follows YouTube, sees the other YouTubers, the team that gets the most coverage and talked about the most is Arsenal. Then, of course, Liverpool, I'd say second. But Arsenal definitely first. Wherever you look, there's somebody with an opinion attacking Arsenal. If you look the other way, there's somebody here saying Arsenal aren't good enough because of XYZ. They're thinking of the future, thinking in the future Arsenal are not good. We're being called losers now. This is what it's come to. We've become losers in a world where Manchester United are 15th, in a world where Tottenham are 14th or 13th or whatever they are, in a world where Manchester City is 6th, no coverage, and probably fair enough, they deserve an off-season. Chelsea, the amount of money they've spent, are barely scraping into the top 5. But look, it's Arsenal Football Club. People just want to talk about us. People want to get their views, get their likes from us. And I think we as Arsenal fans just got to appreciate and thank Mikel Arteta for getting us here, because it's insane. It literally is insane that as a club, nobody can look at us in a positive light or give us the benefit of doubt in the situations. And I know a lot of you, my subscribers here, have been following Arsenal for longer than me. I know how it was in the 90s. It probably was the same. I've seen stuff about it being the same. And it is actually ridiculous. There's so many examples I could pull out of rival fans attacking Arsenal for qualifying for the quarterfinals. You can now be made to feel bad for qualifying for the quarterfinals in this new world. That's what it is. We may as well just lost 7-0 to PSV last night, because that would have made everyone happy and they would have been able to get their clicks in, get their happiness in. But it is what it is, guys. It really is what it is. And there again, look, just social media. As always, Arsenal is in second place, the most Champions League games without winning a trophy. We're about to play Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, where there's only one other English team in the competition. And the coverage you're giving, I know this is a troll account, but you see the interactions underneath it from Chelsea, United fans, Tottenham fans who are down the bottom in the league. You know what? They deserve to be there. Useless football clubs. This is just what it is. It really is what it is. You can't even get into a quarterfinals of the Champions League and be happy and look forward to it, because we're not allowed. We're simply not allowed. We must now look at our failures from the past. We must now kind of be put into our place. This is essentially what the media and what people are doing. They're saying Arsenal need to be put in their place, and the best way to do that is to constantly give them coverage, and negative coverage at that. And everyone will say, oh, it's good that you're finally being considered as a big club. It didn't matter. Nothing's changed in the last 10 years. We were doing badly, we're still getting criticised. We're doing well, we're still getting criticised. And that's why I just hope, and I pray, and I really hope that we win a major honour. Because all of this will stop. No one will have anything to say anymore. Arsenal won't be even worth coverage for these pundits, because we would have done what they've all been begging us to do. And look, I just wanted to end on this. The craziest thing is that Arsenal fans believe they'll win versus Madrid. Come on. What do they want us to do? They want us to go against Real Madrid and forfeit both legs and lose 6-0 on aggregate. That's what would please them. We're not even meant to have 1% of faith. Because look, let's put Arsenal in their place. Arsenal don't deserve to be in the quarterfinals. Arsenal shouldn't be happy that Liverpool got knocked out of the Champions League. The goalposts are always shifting. Everything is always changing. We can never be satisfied as a fan base, because we've always got rivals. The celebration police looking over. Declan Rice celebration, I'm sure you all saw it the other night. He said, okay, I'm not going to celebrate, I'll go to the semicircle. Because that is what it is like being an Arsenal player, an Arsenal fan. You're not allowed to do anything unless you get permission. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. And until next time, peace.